Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name's Natasha and today I have a sweet treat for you. The most chocolatiest, most moist, most fluffy, guilt-free cake you have ever had. Also, we're going to make two frostings. Why? We're celebrating Valentine's Day and nothing says I love you quite like a freshly baked treat. Did I mention it's gluten-free? All you need is some beetroot. Take your beetroot and put it in a medium pot of boiling water. Depending on the size, it should take about 30 to 40 minutes. Save the water that you boiled the beetroot in. Not the whole thing. I saved about a cup. It's this nice, rich, burgundy, maroon color. This is what's going to give our frosting its natural pink coloring. Once the beets are cooked, just drain and rinse under cold water. Cut out the stem and just peel it. And if your beets are big, just cut it into smaller sizes. We're going to transfer it to a blender. Add 2 tablespoons of water. And then we're going to blend. You can add 1 tablespoon of water at a time to help you to blend. You want the consistency to be like applesauce. Yep, looks perfect. So you want to measure about a cup of your beetroot puree. If you have a little more, just save it and reserve it for your next smoothie. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to line our cake tin with parchment paper. Now take it out and grease your cake pan with some coconut oil. Be generous all over. Take your parchment paper, dip it in, and then we take it out and just flip it. So we have coconut oil all over the sides and at the bottom. Then dust with cocoa powder. Make sure you use a sieve, then there's no clumps. Just empty out the excess and it's ready. You want to put almond flour, baking soda, cinnamon and a half cup of cocoa powder in your medium bowl. Whisk well and then set it aside. So you want to take your bittersweet chocolate and coarsely chop it. Add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and then I'm going to heat it up in the microwave so it melts. When you heat it in the microwave, make sure you do it in 30-second intervals. That way you can make sure the chocolate doesn't burn. Nice and smooth. In my stand mixer, I'm going to beat my eggs, sugar and salt until it's almost tripled in volume. You want to beat it on a medium-high level. Thoroughly beating the eggs is a key to creating an aerated light crumb and is a very critical step when we're using gluten-free ingredients like the almond flour. So you know when it's ready is if the beater is lifted above the batter and there's a ribbon for several seconds. Take your cooled chocolate. Add your 1 cup of beetroot puree, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar or white distilled vinegar. This is what's going to help it give it a very moist, airy texture to the cake. Just look at this hue. So when I was young, I wasn't allowed makeup. So I used to go to the fridge and go to the vegetable drawer and cut up beetroot and just use that directly on my cheek. And I promise you, it gives you the best cheek stain ever till date. It's a natural beauty hack. So you can see that it's tripled in volume. Give it a quick stir. Put in your chocolate beetroot vinegar mixture. Look how pretty that looks. Now I'm going to beat it on low until it's incorporated. Now for the final part, your dry ingredients. And again, beat it low and make sure you keep scraping down the edges. This is such a pretty color. Perfect for your Valentine's Day. This is rich red maroon hue. So your batter is ready. All you need to do is put it in your cake tin. It smells so good, guys. And now I'm going to put it in the oven until the center comes out clean once poked. While your cake is cooling, let's start with our buttercream mixture. I have my 3 cups of icing sugar here. Icing sugar is basically finely powdered sugar. So if you have regular sugar at home, just put it in your blender and it'll do the same trick. Add your butter and half a teaspoon of salt so you can balance the sweetness out. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. And remember that beet juice? Let's use 4 teaspoons. And we can add more if we want, depending on the color you like. To help you blend, you're gonna add some cream or milk. You can use your plant-based or nut-based milk as well. Say about 4 tablespoons. And beet. Tastes so good. This pink is so pretty. I like this hue, but if you want to make it a little bit darker, just add a few more drops of your beet water. So I have my piping bag here. It's over a glass. If you don't have a piping bag, use a Ziploc bag and just cut the edge. Make a knot and just put this icing in the fridge. Now for the second frosting. This is the frosting that I use all the time because it's so quick, so easy, and it's so tasty. I have my bittersweet chocolate here. Roughly chop it up. Put it in a microwave safe bowl. Less than half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Oh, hi. Hi, Newton. Up. You want to say hi? This is Newton. All right, off now. Good boy. Come on, off. And then extra virgin coconut oil. I'm going to heat this in the microwave in 30-second intervals. You want it to be nice and smooth and silky and shiny. So my cake's been cooling on the rack. I'm going to take that parchment paper out. I'm going to put a little bit of this chocolate in the middle of the plate or whatever you're going to serve the cake on. This goes over. Hold this with one hand, the other flip. Notice how it has a slight pink hue. All this is natural. So now this is the fun part. Take a chopstick, toothpick, or whatever you have at home. Poke the cake. You want to make sure it doesn't go through completely and go slow. So start from the center, just a little bit, and then do it on the sides. And it could just be random. So can you see how it's just a little bit? You don't want to make a hole in the actual cake. Pour it just in the center. Now what we're going to do is just tilt it slowly on the sides so it covers the top surface area. Just look at that shine. And let some of the chocolate drip on the sides. So now if you don't eat dairy, this is the last step. I have some really cute sprinkles here. I found these specially for the occasion. I don't know if you can see, they're so pretty, little hearts. And just sprinkle. Onto your cake. You want to make sure this sets completely before you add your buttercream frosting. It takes about an hour to 2 at room temperature. Don't put it in the fridge. Remember, good things take time. So this is how I've done my frosting. You can just do it simpler by just dumping it on there and spreading it. I'm gonna add a little bit more confetti and these heart sprinkles because they're so cute. Voila, it's done. I don't know if you can notice the nice pink, natural pink frosting, and it tastes so good. You definitely want to put this in the refrigerator. It's gonna last for at least 2 to 3 days. Whenever you plan on eating it, make sure it comes down to room temperature before doing so. So this year, skip the store-bought bakes and try this recipe instead. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really had a good time making it because I love desserts and I love baking it, and I really wanted to share this recipe with you. As always, the quantities are in the description below, and if you liked it, please share, subscribe, and send it to all your other foodie friends. Thanks again. See you soon. Happy Valentine's Day to you.